Week 1 is in the books, but forget the books. We don't need books where we're going. Let's talk sports, sports, sports. My name is Ethan Plotkin, and this is the Continental Countdown, episode number 2. The Hamilton men's soccer team recovered from their dissatisfactory first and second games of the season with a dominant victory over SUNY Polytechnic on Sunday. Senior captain Quinn O'Malley netted Hamilton's first goal early in the first half, and though that goal would have ultimately sealed the game for the Continentals, freshmen Aiden Wood and Jeffrey Schmidt and junior Matt Cassidy all contributed goals to complete a 4-0 shutout of the Wildcats. Hamilton fared less well against the Bobcats of Bates College, despite having a sizable shot advantage over their NESCAC rival. Thanks to a 3-3 tie with SUNY Oswego on Tuesday, featuring 2 goals from senior Matt Cervini, the lads enter their second stretch of play with a record of 1-1-1. They'll play Ithaca at Ithaca on Wednesday, Trinity at Trinity on Saturday, and Middlebury at Middlebury on Sunday. Wheels up. Field hockey shows no signs of slowing down from last year's success, starting the 2017 campaign with 2 wins. They began the season at home against RPI on Wednesday, September 6th. Sophomore Michaela Jatari, recipient of last year's NESCAC Freshman of the Year award, scored 3 goals en route to a 7-2 defeat of the Engineers. Very intimidating mascot they got over there. On Saturday, the team took on Bates in an overtime thriller. Down a player and down a goal with under 2 minutes left in the game, junior Sarah Steinbaugh was able to find the net thanks to a slick centering pass from freshman Sarah Pierpont. In the overtime period that followed that timely finish, Pierpont scored her second of 2 goals in the game, lifting the nationally ranked Continentals over their in-conference opponent in stunning style. Shout out to senior Maggie Rivera's dad for leading Chance throughout the game. For his efforts, I hereby declare him Fan of the Week.
Let's go, Blue! Keep moving! Come on, Blue! No shot, Mags! No shot, Mags! Keep moving, Mags!
Senior captain Joe Tagani is off to a stellar start per usual for the Hamilton men's golf team. In the 4 rounds he's played, the Ed Sheeran lookalike has posted 4 rounds in the 70s, earning top medalist honors at both Hamilton's home tournament and the St. Lawrence Invitational in Canton, New York this past weekend. Bolstered by strong play from Hamilton's other 4 starters, the Continentals won their spring tournament and finished as runners-up in the second one. The women's team has had strong individual and team play as well. Sophomore Window Wanakpun fired an opening round of 75 and won top honors at the ladies' home tournament last weekend, which they would go on to win, and she shot 2 rounds in the 70s at St. Lawrence. Women's soccer jumped right into league play this season, taking on 7th-ranked Williams in Williamstown on Wednesday the 6th, and Bates at home this past Saturday. Unfortunately, they were defeated in both games, 3-1 at Williams and 1-0 against Bates. Senior forward Amanda Becker was the lone Hamilton scorer against Williams, tallying the 8th goal of her career. The women hope to rebound on Wednesday the 13th at Ferguson Field when the SUNY Oneonta Red Dragons come to town. This past Saturday and Sunday, the Hamilton men's tennis team traveled to Canton, New York to play in the St. Lawrence Classic. Freshman Max Zimmerman and Jafar Sharapov both finished as runners-up in their singles brackets, while the doubles team comprised of junior Lars Scannell and sophomore Sam Farber finished as runners-up in their doubles bracket. The team travels to Schenectady, New York for Union's Fall Invitational this upcoming week, which is bound to be a racket. Mary, play the laugh track. No, the other one. Stop it, Mary. Women's volleyball has a record of 2-1 following straight set victories against Pitt Bradford and Houghton at the U of Rochester Invitational this past weekend. The wins were the first of head coach Kristen Baker's Hamilton career. Unfortunately, the team was eliminated from contention for the tournament crown after a first day loss to the host Rochester Yellow Jackets. Senior Christine Zizzi was named to the all-tournament team, however, thanks to her average of 4.1 digs per set in the 3 matches. The women will begin NESCAC play against Connecticut College at the Margaret Bundy Scott Fieldhouse on Friday at 8 p.m. You better be there. It's going to be a thriller. I sat down with senior soccer captain Eli Lichtman for this week's Continental Conversation. In Hamilton's season opener against SUNY Oswego last Tuesday, the defenseman scored the first goal of his career, a header from about 6 yards out to tie the game in the 86th minute, ultimately sending it to overtime and leading to a 3-3 draw. I ask him about soccer, but also some geography. All right, welcome to the Continental Conversation. I'm here with senior soccer captain Eli Lichtman. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
We're back in the green screen room. It's going to be good. We're going to put some sort of weird background there. Mary, come up with something creative. All right, so we're going to do 4 questions, and then we're going to play a little game.
Sounds good.
All right, so number 1, you've played 22 games in your Hamilton career, but you've been limited in your opportunity to score goals as a defenseman. You had your first in the season opener. I'm just wondering, how did that first career goal feel?
Felt pretty good, as you can imagine. But, yeah, I mean, 22 games, first goal, really senior year, our first game of the year, being able to get that goal, which got me really excited. It was a tight game. We were down. And so I think just bringing the energy, the whole team is bringing a lot of energy. And finally, we got that goal, and I was the one that happened to get it. But it was huge for us to at least come back and tie that game and show how resilient we're going to be able to be throughout the whole season. That
goal, of course, led to a 3-3 draw to open the season. Number 2, so you guys went on an amazing run at last year's NESCAC tournament. Without looking too far ahead, of course, you want to stay in the moment, play game by game. How do you recreate that success this season?
Yeah, I think a lot of the same team kind of characteristics and things that we're pushing as philosophies still apply. Incredibly hard work and practice in the games. We were known last year, I think, for not necessarily just talent. We had a lot of talent, but mostly what other teams feared about us was that they knew we were going to work incredibly hard and make their life really difficult. I think that's something we need to replicate. And then also the strong bond between all of our teammates on and off the field again is something that really leads to practices being enjoyable, everyone interacting well and just enjoying spending time on the road together and in classes and at practice. And so I think between the hard work and the team chemistry, bringing both of those back to the forefront is huge for us this year.
Number 4, final question has to do with some of the lost talent. Obviously, Alec Talzania, Michael Belchick, Alex Cadet, Spencer Heller. They were all 4 starters, 4 of your best players last year. How have the younger players handled filling the gaps that they left when they graduated?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think they set an incredible precedent, all incredibly good guys and really great workers and team players on the field that made a big difference for us. And like you said, starters, key players. I think a lot of the younger guys, especially kids that were on the team last year and were able to interact with them and play with them in practice and games, saw what they brought to the table and have really taken it on themselves to bring that now that they're gone, make sure that these younger kids are bringing it. So the leadership, just the hard work on the field and the right attitude is something that we all kind of took from them, and now we're trying to make it our own in this new season while also using kind of their strengths.
Fantastic. Obviously, one of the best players on the field for you guys is an underclassman. He's playing on the back line with you, Luke Eccles. He was NESCAC Freshman of the Year last year.
Yep.
So we'll keep an eye out for him and any of the other younger underclassmen to perform and fill some of the gaps.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for answering. Those are the serious questions. Now we get to a game. I know you said you've watched the show, so you know that we play this game with all of our guests. It's called Guess That Stand. So I'm going to show you a picture of a Central Asian country that ends in Stan. So I guess we got a new guy coming in today, Mary. Is that all right? We got a new guy. He's here. Come on in. What's up? What's your name?
I'm Ian. Ian Nichols.
And did you want to dress for the occasion, or what are you wearing on your feet right now?
I got my sandals.
All right, Ian Nichols. What are you gonna be doing here? What are you good at?
Well, I just came down from up north there, and so I'll just be I don't know. I'll be here.
You're Canadian?
Yep.
All right. Well, we got our new foreign correspondent. I guess that's what he'll be doing. All right, Ian Nichols. Thanks. Thanks to Eli Lichtman for stopping by to talk, and of course, thanks to Mary Cal behind the camera as always. You can follow Hamilton Athletics on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and follow along live on game day at nsnsports.net. We'll see you back here in a couple weeks, hopefully with some more W's in the W column, which is where the W's go, if you're so lucky to have them. My name is Ethan Plotkin, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Continental Countdown. Ian Nichols, don't come back.
The club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like